I was a little behind on getting my wood in, so I went to see a buddy of mine named Marcus Bartlett. He owns a small construction company on the side, but one of the things he does is take wood off his family's farm and split it up and sell it. So I went over there to see him to buy some cords of wood, and he and I got talking about trucking. As I said, Marcus owns a small construction company, so he wanted to be able to pull his float with his dozer on it behind his dump truck, and that meant upgrading his license. So he thought, no, no big deal. So he phoned around, and here in Ontario now, the truck licensing is controlled by the province, and it stipulates that you must go through an accredited school. And other provinces are going to be like that here soon too, like Alberta because of this Humboldt crash, but Ontario's already there. So when Marcus found out what it would cost him to upgrade his license, he was stunned. Now you remember me doing a video and saying don't do it, and the cost was $8,500 when I researched it. Well, that was about a year or so ago, and now Marcus checked and it was going to cost him 10 grand just to upgrade his license from a D to an A with a Z endorsement. Like most people, Marcus said, to hell with that, I'm not going to do it. But his point was that the AZ license here in Ontario now is going to become more and more valuable because more and more guys are going to do exactly what he did. He's going to look at the cost of it. They're going to look at the cost of upgrading their license and see it's like 10 grand and go find something else to do rather than get the license and drive a truck. So with the driver shortage already there, and now these guys walking away from trucking because the price of the licensing is going to be stupid outrageous, it opens up kind of a niche for us guys that have that license already, and our stock is going to go up because as guys with AZ licenses, or Class 1 as the Americans call it, become more and more rare in the province of Ontario and across Canada as they bring in this legislation, we're going to be able to demand more and more money because of the driver's license that we hold, because fewer and fewer guys are going to get into trucking because of the price of that license. So this opens up an opportunity for us, and we need to be able to take advantage of it because the glory days of trucking are all gone anymore. There's no money in over the road. It's all about money these days because the cost of everything's gone up and our wages didn't. So we've got to concentrate on making money. Now, as I said, I don't think I'll live to see the day here in Ontario when there's money in over-the-road trucking again. I think they're so far behind now that they'll never catch up. And getting paid by the mile is an outdated scenario. They don't want to fix it. But you know what? They're not going to get us anyway anymore because we are smart enough to concentrate on the money. Where there are going to be all sorts of job opportunities, paid by the hour opportunities, are hauling for these small companies like what I do now by the hour, lumber companies, driving township trucks, driving construction equipment around, float equipment around, pipeline equipment around, anything that doesn't require over-the-road long-haul trucking, but you still need the license to be able to do it. And that's where the money's going to be. They're going to need you to have that license to be able to move this little stuff even around. And that's where the money's going to come in. All of that stuff pays by the hour, and the harder and harder it is for these people to find guys with these licenses, the more and more money we're going to be able to demand. It's going to be kind of nice because at some point we are going to be able to pull ourselves out of the blue collar class workforce and become white collar truck drivers just because of the money we'll be able to demand. And I think that's a great thing. I think it's a long time in coming, but here is another opportunity to be able to make more money because it truly is. It's about being able to support your family and getting paid what you're worth for the time that you put into the job. So while there may be a driver shortage in over-the-road trucking jobs, there's not going to be a driver shortage for these construction companies and townships and lumber companies, all these guys that still need truck drivers to run short distance by the hour. We're going to be able to make good money from all these companies that need truck drivers to haul their equipment or their product short distance by the hour. And you're going to see guys back to making $80,000, $90,000 a year the way we should have been doing all along. It's a golden opportunity. We've got to capitalize on it. Start looking for these jobs that pay by the hour. Give up on over the road. It's never going to catch up anymore. But go find yourself a good job. Use your license to barter up your wages and start making serious money. You need serious money to be able to keep up with the cost of living. So there's my advice on how to do that. Seek out these driving jobs where you can use your license to barter for better pay. Take care, keep the rubber side down, run short, and I'll see you on the backhaul.